Hi everybody, I'm Pia from Stitches and Scraps. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Swiss cross design for section 2 of the Mosaic Sampler Blanket Mystery Knit Along. I'll be using Lion Brand Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling Yarn, which Lion Brand did give me for free for this design. If you're new to reading knitting charts, you may want to take a quick look at my tutorial on how to read this type of mosaic knitting chart. Before we get started, I want to talk to you for a second about making your sections even in length. So for the first section, I worked 46 rows, and that gave me the 5 inches, actually a little bit over the 5 inches I was looking for the baby blanket size. So on the second section, I also worked 46 rows. Now on this section, that 46 rows gave me a little bit less than I was expecting. So from here, which was the top of the section, to the first row of the section, which is right here, I have to stretch a little bit to get to that 5 inches, okay? It's actually closer without any stretching. It's a little bit past 4 3/4 inches. So I'm within a 1/4 inch, and I've decided I'm going to leave that and do 46 rows in each section, knowing that some of my sections may be slightly different depending on my tension. I think my tension was just tighter on this one than it was on this one. And I think I can fix that when I'm blocking because I can stretch each section out to the 5 inches that I want. So that's one approach. The other approach is to not worry about counting the rows, but just measure each section as you do it and know that some of them you might have 48 rows, some of them you might have 44 rows, depending, or whatever size you're making, but depending on your own tension, your number of rows might vary a little bit. Either way is totally appropriate. Do whichever makes you happy. In the end, if you're within a 1/4 inch on each section, in the end you're going to be within an inch or so on the final blanket, so you should be fine. So now let's get started on the Swiss cross pattern. First, I want to point out the color change. Last time we worked with our dark color as this brown color and our light color as the gray color. So this was color A, which was our dark color, and color B was our light color. Now we're switching out one color at a time with each section. This time we're switching out our dark color. So our dark color is now going to be color C. Okay, the light color is still color B, but we're working with color C as our dark color. So this is still color B, which is still our gray yarn. Now between each section, to separate the sections and to give us a nice clean edge, we're going to do 2 rows of just plain garter stitch in the color that's not changing. So in this case, that's our light color, which is not changing. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 rows of garter stitch, just knit every stitch for 2 rows using the gray yarn. So there's my 2 rows of garter stitch in the lighter color as a border. Now we get into the actual Swiss cross pattern. So this was a color B row. The next set of rows is going to be a color C, not A, C set of rows. So knit with color C is this black square, and then anything with a V in it means slip. So I'm knitting 4 with C, then I slip 1, then I knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1. So you're looking at me saying, why is this repeat so long when it's really just a 4-stitch repeat? Well, for the sake of consistency on this blanket, I'm showing all the repeats over 12 stitches because some are 3 stitches, some are 4, some are 6, and some are 12. So this way, all of them have that same 12-stitch repeat in case you're using stitch markers to mark your repeats. That means you never have to move your stitch markers away from that 12-stitch marking. So let's get started with color C. So I'm going to knit with color C, and that's going to make that first stitch kind of floppy, but that's okay. It'll tighten up, when we pull on the tail next. And then to secure this tail, I'm going to drape it over the next stitch before I finish knitting it, and that'll kind of wind it around the stitch and hold it in place. So I'm knitting 4 stitches, And then I'm just going to kind of tug on my tails here to tighten everything up before we go further. There's my 4 stitches that I've knit. Now what's the next thing we do? We slip 1 stitch and it's a gray stitch. Now we're going to knit 3. Then we slip 1, knit 3, and slip 1. Knit 1, which takes us to the end of our repeat, and start back over here with 2 more knits at the beginning of our repeat. Oop, right here. We start back over here with 2 more knits. So that works out with 1 here and 2 here, that works out to a knit 3. But you want to be careful not to look at this and say, oh, I'm going to knit 4. You stop here where the repeat ends and you come back to the beginning of the repeat. Okay, so I knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, and I can see that that's the pattern going all the way across. So I'm going to knit 3, slip 1 until I can't anymore. Okay, now I'm down to my last 4 stitches, okay? Down here, the last 4 stitches are all knit. So I've finished my, well, this stitch finishes my last repeat right here, and then I've got 3 stitches left, which are all knit, okay? So there's my last 4 knit stitches. Now remember, the back side row is the easy one because we don't have to even think about what we're doing. We're just going to knit the knits, which are all now going to be our color C, and we're going to slip the slips, which are going to be our color B. So I'm just going to go through, and you can see that because it's the exact same row, right? So we knit 4, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1. We're knitting and slipping the same stitches we were before. So I'm going to knit the knit stitches, and slip. Now this time when I slip, remember I can't keep my yarn in the back, okay? I got to bring it to the front so that the line crosses over on the wrong side of the fabric. So I bring the yarn in front and then I bring it to the back to continue knitting. And you can remember that because it says right here with the V stitch or the V-shaped stitches here, what we're doing is we are slipping with the yarn in back when we're on the right side. So that means that that carried yarn is going to be on the wrong side. And then when we're on the wrong side, we slip with that yarn in front. So again, the carried yarn is on the wrong side. So that's something to be very careful of. Normally your tendency is going to be to slip with the yarn in the back, but when you're on the wrong side, you need to be mindful to bring that yarn to the front for your slips. So now I knit the knit stitches, bring the yarn to the front, and slip this one. Bring the yarn to the back and knit the knit stitches. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way to the end of the row. Okay, so I've gotten all the way back, and that I've now completed my first color C row. So next set of rows is going to be a color B set again. So remember from last time, we're going to pick up this yarn from the bottom and bring it up over the other color, okay? So we pick it up from underneath and bring it around in front of the other color. And that's going to create this nice little ropey edge that we've got going here. So I pick up my color B yarn, and now I'm going to start with knit 3, okay? So I knit 3. And now let's take a look at what this pattern repeat is. It goes slip 1, knit 1, 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 slip 1. Remember we end there? Come back here, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1. So it looks like it's just a repeating pattern of slip 1, knit 1 all the way till we get to the end and do a knit 3. So let's do that. So I've knit my 3 and I'm going to start with a slip. So remember my yarn's in the back. I slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, And I'm going to keep doing that all the way across. Slip, knit, knit. Okay, now I'm down to my last 3. I've done that slip 1, knit 1, come to my last 3, and for my last 3, I'm knitting all 3. So I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that is row 5. So now we've got to work row 6 going back the same way, and again it is knit the knits and slip the slips. So let's do that. So I'm going to knit all of the silver colored ones, all the ones that are the same color as the yarn that I'm currently using. And I'm going to bring the yarn to the back, don't forget that, and slip the ones that are a different color. Which means this is almost like ribbing, because you're going to keep moving your yarn back and forth with every stitch, because this was the slip 1, knit 1 row. Okay, that is rows 5 and 6. Now this pattern is taking a little bit longer to show up than the other one did because it's a little more complex of a pattern. But notice this solid line of the dark color down here, and then it starts to come up from there, and then this one matches up here where it's the lighter color. So you know that the pattern's starting to form, but it's going to take us probably till we get about to here before you really start to see that pattern emerge. So don't be surprised if this doesn't look like much for the first several rows. Okay, so we've just finished 5 and 6. Let's go on to 7 and 8. And remember, these 2 stitches are just a garter stitch edge on each side, but they tell you what color the row is going to be. The rows alternate in pairs between color B, color C, color B, color C. So you're always switching colors when you start a new pair. And these 2 rows, or sorry, these 2 stitches will tell you the color of the row. So we're on row, what are we on? Row 7. So that's going to be a darker color row. It's going to be our color C row. So we start with a knit 2 and then a slip 1, and our repeat starts with that slip 1, okay? So knit 2 and then slip 1, and then this is a familiar repeat. Knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, come back around and slip 1. So that's the same thing we did on this row, just shifted by a couple of stitches, okay? So once we get it started with our knit 2, and remember I brought this yarn up, hang on, I should show you that, from underneath and in front of this other yarn so that it crosses over and makes that nice edge. So knit 2, and now here we start our repeat with a slip 1, and then we knit 3, and then slip 1, and now we're going to keep going knit 3, slip 1 right up until we get to the end. Okay, my repeat ends with a knit 3, which brings me right to here at the end of this repeat. The next one is a slip 1 and then 2 knits. So I've got 3 stitches left. I slip 1 and I knit 2. And then I'll work the wrong side row again, knitting the knit, slipping the slip stitches. Okay, that was rows 7 and 8, and I ran into a knot in my yarn, which normally, if I was doing an actual project, I would cut that out and join the yarn again. But since this is just a little swatch, I'm going to go ahead and leave it and just push it to the back side. It will eventually come out, which is not a good thing for a project, but for a swatch, no big deal. So there we go. Now, we're starting rows 9 and 10. So let's look at those rows. And I want to show you something. Look at how this row is the absolute inverse of this row. Do you see that? Row 9, you knit 4. Row 3, you knit 4. Row 9, you slip 1. Row 3, you slip 1. Knit 3, knit 3. So where this is black, this is white, which means it's the same row, just in the opposite color. So we've already done this one. So again, we're going to bring up, this time, our color B yarn, okay, our lighter colored yarn, and we're going to knit 4 to get us started. So we're going to slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3. So slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3. And we keep doing that across, because remember how the repeat wraps around. So we keep doing our slip 1, knit 3 all the way across, and ignore that little knot. Okay, now I've come down to the last 4 stitches, and the last 4 stitches on this row are all knit. So we're just going to knit all 4 of those stitches. Okay, and again we'll do the wrong side, slipping the slips and knitting the knits. So let's look at the symmetry of the pattern for a second. Each of these bars is the center of this cross. So the pair of rows that we just did, 9 and 10, are like a center line vertically, okay? Now it mirrors across that center line. So it's symmetric across this line, mirrored on this side and on this side, okay? So this row 11 and 12, are the same as 7 and 8, okay? And this row, 13 and 14, are the same as 5 and 6. So we're kind of working back down again. This row, 15 and 16, are the same as 3 and 4. And then notice that 17 and 18 form the center line of another cross, okay? So that is actually where we started. That's essentially where row 1 would have been, and then we start our repeat over again. So this is, the vertical repeat is these rows 3 through 18, but in the middle we've got this like mirrored repeat that we can do where this is the same as this, and this is the same as that, and this is the same as that. So let's do row 11 and 12, which is the same as rows 7 and 8. So we've already done this. We're going to pick up our yarn from underneath and bring it over in the front, okay? And then we're going to knit 2 with our darker color. And then we're going to slip 1 with the lighter color, okay? Then we knit 3 with the darker color. And slip 1, which is the lighter color. Knit 3, slip 1, and that is the repeating pattern that goes all the way across. Now when we get to the end of this row, the last 3 stitches are a slip and 2 knits. So we got here, we've got 3 stitches left, we slip 1 and then knit 2. Okay, turn our work around and we're going to knit the knits and slip the slips, just like we've done on every wrong side row. Okay, on to row 13, which is a color B row. So again, we pick up our color B from underneath our color C, and we start with 3 knit stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And now we've got this pattern of slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, all the way across to the last 3 stitches, which are knits. So let's do that. Starting with a slip, we slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1. And I'm going all the way across this way until the last stitch, last 3 stitches, which will be all knit. Now I'm to my last 3 stitches, so they are all knit. And then again, I'm going to do the wrong side row with knitting the knits and slipping the slips. Row 15 is the same as row 3, which starts out with 4 knits in the darker color. So let's pull up the darker color, color C, and work 4 knits. Okay, then we slip 1 knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, ending with this knit 1 here on the repeat and coming back around for 2 more knits. So it's slip 1, knit 3, just like we did on row 3. Slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, all the way across. I've just slipped 1 and I'm down to the last 4 stitches, which are all knit. So I'm going to go ahead and knit those 4. And then for the wrong side of the row, I slip the slips and knit the knits. Okay, we're on the last row of the repeat, which is 17 and 18. So this starts with 2 knits and then a slip, and then we're going to go slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3 all the way across. This is the same as this was, except it's offset by a couple of stitches. Okay, so it's that same slip 1, knit 3 pattern. So let's get it started right with 2 knits. And then we can start our slip 1, knit 3 pattern. So slip 1, knit 3, all the way across to the last 2 stitches here. I'm going to end with a slip 1 and go across to the last 2 stitches and knit both of them. So slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3, and then the last 3 stitches here are slip 1 and knit 2. So slip 1 and knit 2. Now I'm going to work the wrong side the same way I've been doing it, knit the knits, slip the slips, and then we'll come back and take a look at the pattern. So here is my 1 repeat that we finished here, the 1 repeat of the Swiss cross pattern. Now for your full blanket, you're going to want to repeat these rows from row 3 through row 18 to keep repeating the pattern. You can see here I have a full cross right here, which lines up with a full cross right here. And then I've gotten all the way to the midpoint of another cross right here, just like that. So that is the Swiss cross pattern. This is what it looks like when you've got multiple repeats of it. And I want to show you that the very next row up at the top is going to be a dark colored row. Remember, we always do this separating row to give us a nice clean separation. We always do that in the color that is continuing into the next section. So in this case, the color that's continuing into the next section is this green, is color C. So you want to make sure that you end after a color B row so that you can switch to color C for the next row. So you always want to end with the color that you are not continuing with. And you always want to end after finishing a wrong side row so that you can start a right side row with the other color. Okay? We are done now with this color B because we've used it in 2 sections. So you can fasten off that color, but leave your color C attached so that we can use it to start our next section. And that is how you do the Swiss cross pattern for section 2 of your Mosaic Sampler Blanket. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, or leave me a comment. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great videos. Thanks for watching.